Amid the continuous cases of ethnic violence between the Meitei and the Kuki communities of Manipur, both the communities were unified by a rather unfortunate incident. Two of Manipur's young professionals were cabin crew in the ill-fated flight AI 171 that crashed in Ahmedabad and resulted in around 275 deaths on the 12th of June, including Manipur's Kongbrailatpam Nganthoi Sharma and Lamnungthem Singson. In what is being seen as a significant gesture of reconciliation, both the Kuki and Meitei communities have come together to pay respects to the victims, reflecting a shared sorrow that transcends ethnic lines and differences. In an official release, Chief Secretary P.K. Singh stated that the state has conveyed its readiness to both the Tata Group and Air India to ensure the remains are received with the highest dignity and rest. All necessary arrangements have been made for their safe transportation to their respective homes. The Thadu Students Association has also acknowledged and welcomed the Coordination Committee of Manipur Integrity, the apex civil society platform of the valley-based organizations, for joining in the tributes. They said, and I quote, "This is a time to honor our daughters, not to divide ourselves with narratives. We welcome and stand with Kokomi for their gesture of unity." And meanwhile, both communities have come together to pray for the departed souls. All right, at this point in time, Kongbrailatpam Nganthoi Sharma was a 22-year-old crew member who hailed from Thoba Lawang, Lekhi in Manipur. At just 19 years, she joined Air India in October 2022. She had completed her undergraduate degree from DM College in Imphal, and after moving to Mumbai, she made a surprise visit to Manipur in March and visited her father, who had been admitted to the hospital back then. A last call was to her elder sister, where she had told them that she would return back on the 15th of June. And Lamnungthem Singson, originally from Imphal, had relocated to Kangkopki district with her family due to the ongoing clashes in Manipur. In a last conversation with her mother, she shared that she was heading to Ahmedabad for duty. Friends and loved ones remember her as a passionate fan of Manchester United, the England football club. Tragically, she lost her life in the devastating crash as a crew member of Air India Flight 171. All right, at this point in time, joining us on the program is Michael Haupik, Thadu Students Association. He's part of that. Seram Rajesh, DMCC convener. Nibir Deka, our bureau chief, is also with us on the broadcast. Nibir, I'll come to you first. Well, Nibir, you have also been a part of multiple conversations where, this elusive formula to unite the Kuki and the Meitei communities has evaded all of us. It has run away from all of us, but there seems to be some glimmer of hope, some light in the face of this tragedy as both the communities come together.
Well, there has been violence, we all know, in Manipur for more than 2 years now. We have covered all of it. But this is a very different issue. This is about two daughters from the state of Manipur who lost their life in that ill-fated, Air India flight going to London. But what happened after that is that we have seen that acknowledgement has been done by several civil society organizations and local community death of both the daughters who were part of the cabin crew in that flight. And remember, from Manipur, there are a lot of people who work across the country, based in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and they are doing their honest living. And when the problem began in Manipur, many people migrated out of Manipur for jobs. So these are mere working class people. They're trying to provide support to their family. And both these two daughters of Manipur, they were just doing that. They were providing support to their families. The girl from Kangpokpi, she comes from a very humble family. And she had to survive. She was survived by her mother, and she was to take care of her mother and her family. And we are getting to know that she was also the only breadwinner of the family. So these are big losses, and not just losses of people, but losses of livelihood. And as such, we have seen sympathies, empathies coming in from different people of Manipur, because when it comes to this issue, it is about two lovely daughters who lost their lives trying to provide for the family. And as such, we can see a glimmer of hope when it comes to the condolences and tributes and the prayers done for both of these wonderful daughters of Manipur.
All right, Nibir, thank you for that. Michael Hawkip, Thaudu Students Association, is with us, and Seram Rojesh, DMC convener, also with us. Michael, I'll come to you first. Well, nobody would have expected that something like this would have taken place. But what are the communities going through at this point in time? Is there a profound sense of loss here, regardless of the differences that have prevailed in both these prominent communities for a long time?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, loud and clear.
Okay. So, firstly, I convey my heartfelt condolence to all the crew members, passengers, and the medical students and the general public who has been devastated by the crash of the airplane of the Air India 171 flight. And secondly, unfortunately, two of the air hostess cabin crew from Manipur, one Lamnungthem Singson from the Thado community, and another one from the Meitei community, have been a part of the air crash. So it's quite unfortunate, and right from that very day itself, being from the Thado community members, the Thado Students Association, TSA, has been trying to do all ways and means possible to assist the bereaved families. We have been reaching out the authorities as well as the bereaved families, and we have also appealed the Manipur government to come up with a sense of responsibility as a special case because of the current law and order situation in Manipur, that there is always a community divide or a kind of misinformation and disinformation campaign going on against various communities. In fact, Lamnungthem belongs to the Thado tribe community, and she is, yes, in fact, because of the supremacist agenda, we all have been affected, and then she has to forcefully flee away from Imphal despite being Thado, a neutral and a peace-loving community. And she has to bear the expense, all the costs, and now even till today there are lots of misinformation or disinformation campaign going in social media saying that the victim's family, particularly Lamnungthem, Singson and family, for them, Imphal airport is not accessible, or government is not doing this is purely because she's a cookie. She belongs to cookie, and that's why she has been victimized. So on the other hand, we have seen whatsoever label it may be from the media or from any communities, the Coordinating Committee on Integrity of Manipur also come up with a welcome statement saying that there won't be there will be a humanitarian corridors to the the transportation of the mortal remains of Lamnungthem in case if Imphal airport is to be utilized, and that solely depends on the wish and the wisdom of the family. And the Kokomi strongly welcome, saying that there is no problem in that, and they can take responsibility of the Meitei communities that and ensure that there won't be anything. So based on that, the Manipur government also promptly came up with a kind of assurance, saying that acknowledging that they will take cognizance as a special case. And I don't see, apart from the high-profile VIP people, other than that, the Gujarat former chief minister, none of the other state government are intervening except the Manipur government because of the extraordinary circumstances. We strongly appreciate the governor of Manipur and the Manipur government for coming up and assuring that it is absolutely safe for both the families, that Manipur government is doing their level best and ensure that they will provide all necessary support to bring back the mortal remains of the two daughters of Manipur with full dignity and honor, and they bear the responsibility that they have been safely transported to their respective homes. So we strongly appreciate both the Meitei communities as well as all other communities and the Manipur government for coming a big sense of responsibility at this point of critical juncture at this point of time. And the Thado students strongly appeal to anybody that any kind of false narrative circulating in social media claiming that Imphal Airport is not accessible for the family of Lamnungthem, Singson and family. Such type of disinformation also undermines the sincere effort given by the Manipur government, now run by the neutral person under the president's rule, under Governor Balaji. So it also undermines the sincere effort put up by the Manipur government, as well as it is also unfortunate that many of the vested social media handler and YouTubers are saying that just for their gaining some political benefit out of that, saying that it's not safe for the Lamnungthem family just because he belongs to the Kuki community, which in fact technically is not. So we appeal, would like to appeal that not to propagate this type of narrative just to score some brownie points, but in fact we should all stand united in solidarity with all the families, and most importantly, this type of propaganda that can flare up communal tension already in the volatile state of Manipur should strongly be taken with utmost sensitivity by the Manipur government, and rule of law should be enforced. And we appeal once again that Manipur government should monitor and act firmly to those spreading hateful comments as well as rumors during this sensitive time.
All right, let me also get a comment in from Seram Rajesh, DMCC convener. Seram, your thoughts on this event that is unfortunate, but nevertheless has brought a sense of calm, has brought a sense of community back into this volatile situation.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
As Michael has already said, that this is a moment that all the communities in Manipur actually are with the families of the Nganthoi Sharma and Lamnungthem Singson, two daughters of Manipur who have lost their life in their service for the people. In fact, the Nganthoi Sharma and Lamnungthem Singson are the bread earners of the family, and Singson is also one of the victim of the IDP of this communal violence. So the family members have already suffered, but in this moment, the family have lost again the daughter. It's actually shocking for all the not only the family members but also the communities. We extend our condolence not only the two daughters who have lost life, but also all the members who have lost their life in that flight. More than 250 people have been lost their life. So we extend our condolence at this point of time. As far as the communal conflict or this engineered violence of Manipur is concerned, as you all know that before this 3rd May of this conflict, we have no any history of conflict or fight between the Kutis and Meiteis from the historical times also. But unfortunately, after this 3rd May incident, the border communities are brought to the conflict. Of course, this is also an engineered violence, and still the communities of both the communities, not only the communities but also all the communities in Manipur are still willing to live peacefully with dignity and the life. But unfortunately, there are some sectarian, the politically motivated group of people who never wanted to return Manipur as a peaceful state. So So these unlawful armed groups needs to be neutralized, needs to be put into action by the government. But unfortunately, government of India is also doing divide and rule, and they are not allowing to bring rule of law in the case of Manipur. So again, the government, even the governors rule, they are actually, following the dictate of some sectarian forces who wanted to divide Manipur for their own political goal. So governments should be very sensitive, and of course, we are very happy that when this shocking incident was heard, Thado students was also one of the first organizers to have extended their condolence for both the daughters of Manipur, and that also gives a very positive and very big messages to both the communities, and also many of the organizations in Manipur, especially majority minority community, also extended the condolence at this moment. So it actually clearly shows that even though the community has been trapped between a very engineered kind of violence, still community wanted to live together, and of course there are certain issues that needs to be checked out, and those issues could also be discussed on the table, and then because there are certain things that a citizen of India or a Manipuri citizen needs to follow, certain basic principles and the rule of law, which cannot be compromised. That can be discussed later on, but now at this point of time, with the loss of the two great daughters, it actually their two important soul has reminded us that we have been living. We are the people, the peace-loving people, and there is no any hatred between the community in one sense, but it is the because of the politically motivated engineered violence. Actually, this conflict is actually lingering on for almost 2 years. Let's hope for the best, and I hope that their life has actually the lost life of the two daughters has actually given a big message to all the communities in Manipur that we can still live with normalcy, and then respect all the communities who are living in Manipur.
Okay, let me get a response from Michael also on what you have said, Sairam. Michael, do you agree with what Sairam has said, that the violence in Manipur has been motivated, engineered?
Absolutely, you cannot rule out the involvement of the politician in the present Manipur crisis, because this being ethnic. So this there is some involvement. And yes, at this point in time, it may be premature to say that because it's a matter of subsidies. The Judicial Commission has been inquiring into it. But in my personal opinion, I would have said that they are making people fight each other for their own political benefit. But at the end of the day, that doesn't help anybody. That makes only the people suffer. And one thing, because of this ethnicity, in the case of Lamnungthem, it's not about politicizing. It's about assertion of the identity. So she purely belongs to Thado tribe, and she attended the Thado church, and the funeral service will be done by the Thado Baptist Association. But in fact, the Kuki supremacists are trying to implicate that she belongs to Kuki, and it's not safe for her to travel to Imphal because she belongs to Kuki. On the other hand, the Kuki supremacists are already suppressing and subduing the entire Thado population in Manipur. The existence of Thado tribe, despite being the largest number in terms of Census of India 2011 among the scheduled tribe, and the second largest population in Manipur next to the Métis belongs to the Thado, and we are not in the position to assert our identity because of the Kuki supremacist agenda. And there is no other Kuki which we have been asserting that in Manipur other than any Kuki tribes that has been added in 2003. And it's a wrong misidentification still calling by the media that Lamnungthem belongs to Kukis. So it may be wrong, because if you only check her official this kind of thing, the documents, then it will only be visible whether she belongs to Thado or Kuki. The division between Thado and Kuki is very clear. She did not attend any Kuki church. She belongs to Thado church, as well as she belongs to Thado tribe community. So there is no distinguishing features in the face structure or in the, name or surname that differentiates Thado and Kuki. That's the main reason why Kuki took advantage of it and then implicate everybody as Kuki, and that makes the situation more worse. And the Métis are also not in the position to come up with a different, not in the position to identify who are Kuki and Thado, and that's what I personally has been advocating right from the beginning. If it is ethnic, Thado are peace-loving. Thado are in the process of negotiation, and we are not opposed to any demands for separate administration, but we are for the territorial integrity of Manipur, and we don't believe in balkanization of Manipur state. While asserting this, the Kukis are so much angry, saying that the Thados are having a different view, and this is the main reason why there is a complexity within the non-Naga tribes of Manipur. And on the other hand, the politicians, the MLAs, the suspension of operation groups, they are all in ones and hand in gloves and propagating the idea
Fair
of
enough, fair
separate
enough.
administration.
Michael, we have run out of time, but appreciate both of you joining. Thank you so much.